What is mobility? Freedom in motion, freedom from pain, from stress, from malnutrition, freedom from movement, of choice, of expression, freedom to improvise, to compartmentalize, to generate energy, to recover, freedom through strength, through discipline, a fundamental human need. Join me. Hips, the center of our strength. I'm Kelly, and today we're going to be focusing completely on our hips. A lot of the time, humans nowadays spend majority of their time seated, which causes so much tightness and weakness in our hips. Today, we're going to open up with a hip flexor stretch to start, commonly the tightest area in anyone's body. All right, so come on down to the floor. Let's get ourselves into a 90-90 hip flexor lunge. Okay, so squeeze your glute, tuck your back toe. First thing we're going to do is take our hand to the back of our head and then slowly take the other one up as well. Lace your fingers and then just extend over to the side, thinking about squeezing your glute, pressing your hip forward, but leaving your shoulders back so they stay stacked over your hips, so you can really get that stretch right through your psoas muscle, one of the main muscles in your hip flexors. All right, take a breath, slowly come back, untuck your pelvis for just a second, try again, squeeze that glute, and then reach down, C-shaping away from your hip flexor, so you can feel that stretch hugely through the front of your body. All right, take a big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, relax into it for another 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourselves up. Stay there with the front foot. Now try and lift up your back foot and go into a quad stretch. All right, from here, what I want you to do is keep tipping that pelvis back, squeezing your glute muscle as much as you can to get a big stretch through your quad. Okay, take another breath, roll your shoulders back, pull your heel towards your glute muscle as much as you can, breathing in gently. And as you exhale, pull those shoulders away from your ears, try to calm down your nervous system. And now, let go of your foot, step your foot forward and let's go into a deep lunge. Hands inside of your foot for first. All right, pull your shoulders back, press your hips down, and then if you can, if it feels good, come up onto your fingertips so that you can just press your hips down a little bit further. All right, rocking left and right if it feels good as well. So we start to hunt around and create a bit more space than we need. When you're ready, let's hinge back into a kneeling hamstring stretch. All right, so leave your foot outside of your hands, hinge your hips back, and try and straighten your front leg as much as you can. Think about coming up onto your fingertips again and pressing your belly button down to the floor. Pull those shoulder blades back as well so you can feel the stretch deeply in that hamstring muscle. Take a breath here. As you exhale, let's try and pull that foot to the midline and then come back, one hand either side of your foot now. Stack your knee on top of your heel and then lift your hands up to your knee as well. Roll your shoulders back, squeeze your glute, press your hips down for a deep stretch through that hip. Focus on relaxing, not tensing up. Take your hands back down either side of your foot and let's hinge once more into another kneeling hamstring stretch. But this time, we're going to round through the spine and try and take our nose down towards our knee. Breathe in deeply. Exhale to fold and relax. Beautiful team. Lift yourself up and then turn yourself towards me. We're going to go into some groin rocks from here. All right, so align your knee up with your toe, plant your big toe into the floor, tuck your back toe, and then hinge back into a deep groin stretch. All right, you should feel that on the inner line of your leg. Come on down to your elbows if it feels good, and remember to maintain that nice neutral spine. All right, pull your shoulders back, take a breath. And as you exhale, rock forward again over your wrists. This time we turn our toe up towards the ceiling, hinging back once more. You should feel something slightly different on the inner line of your leg. If you can't, open up your leg a little wider. If you can, and it's probably too much for you, then take it back, all right? Whatever's best for you. Take another big breath, pulling those shoulders back, and then let's rock forward and relax. All right, we're gonna try that sequence on the other side. So turn around, face the other way. Come onto your 90-degree lunge first. Make sure that your heel and your knee are stacked. Tip your pelvis back, interlace 1 and 2 fingers behind your head. Pull your elbows back so you're nice and stacked. Squeeze that glute, tip your pelvis back, and slowly extend over to the side, finding the stretch in your hip. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull that elbow down towards the floor a little bit more and C-shape through your spine. Exhale to return. Untuck the pelvis, take a breath, and let's try that one more time. Squeeze, tip the pelvis back, stack your shoulders on top of your hips, and then C-shape over to the side. Taking a big breath in. Exhale to collapse down. Lift yourself up to center. Then let's go into that deep lunge. All right, so step forward, hands inside your foot first. Make sure that your knee and your ankle of the front foot is stacked and in line. Press your hips down, roll your shoulders back, and come up onto your fingertips if it feels good. All right, roll through the hip, left and right, just hunting and finding that extra space. When you're ready, let's hinge back into a kneeling hamstring stretch. So push yourself back. Make sure your back leg's nice and stacked. Extend your leg as long and straight as you can at the front. Coming up to your fingertips again, and then just press that belly button down. Pull the shoulders back. Find that deep hamstring stretch. Breathing in. And exhaling. When you're ready, let's pull that foot back to the midline. Come forward with a hand either side of your foot first. Make sure your knee and your ankle are stacked. Then lift your chest, hands on top of your knee. Roll your shoulders back. Stack them on top of your hips. And then really contract your back glute so you can feel that stretch right through the front of your hip. Take a breath. As you exhale, hands come down either side of your foot once more. Hinge backwards and find your kneeling hamstring stretch again. This time, remember, we fold over and try and take our nose towards our knee. As you exhale, just completely try and relax over that leg as much as you can. For 3, for 2, and 1. All right, lift yourself up nice and slow. Turn yourself towards me, and let's go into our groin rocks. All right, so tuck your back toe, take a breath. Remember to plant the big toe down on that side leg first. Hinge back, elbows down to the floor. Find the stretch in the inner line. Again, if you can't feel it, welcome to open your leg up a little wider, okay? Pull your shoulders back, maintain that beautiful neutral spine. And as you exhale, press your palms down, rock forward over your wrists for just a second, turn your toe up to the ceiling, and then hinge backwards once more. All right, take a big breath. And as you exhale, sit back, hip onto that heel for the last 3, 2, and 1. And when you're ready, let's hinge forward, have a seat on our bottom, and then roll down onto our back nice and slowly. We're gonna work through our favorite, the sciatic nerve floss. All right, so extend one of your legs nice and long, lace your fingers behind your knee once more. And when you're ready, extend that leg, pull the leg towards you, feel the stretch in your hammy, and then pull the toe down towards your face. Slowly collapse that leg down, relax. Let's try that one more time, extending long, toe down to your face, take a breath. And as you exhale, relax it down. Right now, we pull that knee towards our opposite shoulder, extend it across our body, flex the toes down to our face. Try to feel something slightly different. Make sure your 2 sit bones are still planted into the floor. Roll the sole of the foot down to the floor so you get that side nerve line. Exhale to relax all the way back to neutral. This time, we take our knee towards the same shoulder and extend it away from our body. Trying to find something slightly different, right? Flex the toes. Pull that leg towards you for the last 3, 2, and 1, and relax it all the way back down. Well done, team. All right, let's try that on the other side. When you're ready, lace your fingers behind your leg, pull that knee nice and close, and then when you're ready, extend it long. Flex the toes, and when you're ready, relax it all the way back down. All right, take a breath and extend the knee again. Flex the toe to floss that nerve. Create some tension through the back of your leg. Pull your leg a little bit closer for 3, 2, and 1, and relax out of there. Beautiful. All right, take your knee, cross it over towards your opposite shoulder, plant your sit bone down, and then extend the leg across your body. Flex your toes down to your face, roll the sole of the foot down to the floor. Take a breath. And as you exhale, relax it all the way back down. Then when you're ready, take that knee across towards the same shoulder, extend it nice and long, away from your body, flex the toes, try and feel those nerves reacting, and then slowly come all the way back down. Well done, team. Pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a wee cuddle, and then slowly roll all the way back up. And now from here, we're going to go into a seated figure 4. Okay, so from here, come to the back of your mat, hands behind you, cross one of your feet over the top of your knees, create as much space as you need to sit right on top of your sit bones, flex that foot that's on top of your knee, and then press your knee down to the floor. Try and create a nice straight spine. And if you want a little bit more, you can bring that foot a little bit closer for a deeper stretch. All right, rock the leg and the knee side to side, just about an inch each way. And you should feel a lovely stretch in your glute. All right, take a breath here. As you exhale, take that foot as close as you can to your thigh and then drop the sole of your foot down towards the floor. Plant your sit bone down, pull your knee in close towards your chest, and let's head into a seated twist. All right, hands come behind you, lift your chest high, and as you exhale, look over your back shoulder and rotate into that twist. Really pull that knee in nice and close. You can feel the stretch through your piriformis. And from here, slowly turn yourself back to the front. Take that leg that's crossed over, connect the knee with the foot of that front side, plant your sit bone down again. Now that might be a little bit uncomfortable for most. If you want to, you can cross your legs first, all right? But slowly try to work up to this position. Internal rotation for this leg is super important for our hip health. Right, when you're ready, what I want you to do is reach over your shin bone that's internally rotated and then slowly C-shape over to the side. Right, you should feel a really intense stretch through that internal rotation. As you exhale, soften your elbows. See if you can reach just a little bit further to the side. Take a breath. Exhale to keep reaching for 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, lift yourself up nice and tall. And let's try that sequence on the other side. All right, so when you're ready, hands behind you. Flex your foot, take it across in front of the other knee, lift your chest super high and try and press it towards your shin bone. All right, if that feels good, you can start rocking the leg left and right to feel the stretch through your piriformis and your glute on that side. All right, take a couple big breaths here. When you're ready, let's take the sole of the foot, plant it down towards the floor, bring that foot in nice and close. Cuddle your leg as close to your chest as you can. Plant your sit bone down to the floor, fingertips on the floor, lift your chest high. And as you exhale, look behind your shoulder. All right, try and keep that knee pulling towards your armpit as much as you can. Stay there breathing. Think about breathing in and extending tall. And exhale to revolve. Beautiful. All right, when you're ready, let's slowly come into our mermaid. So take your knee, pop it in towards your foot, connect them up. Make sure you sit that sit bone down. Bring your shin a little bit closer if that feels super uncomfortable. All right, when you're ready, let's slowly C-shape over that internally rotated leg. See how it feels for this side. Okay, big breath in to reach. And as you exhale, try and soften your elbow and feel the stretch through the internal capsule of your hip. All right, stay there, breathing in gently. As you exhale, relax. Then slowly lift. And well done. All right, from here, come on to 4 points, and then tuck your toes and send your hips super high up into a down dog. All right, all we're gonna do from here is just plant our heels in and try and get a big stretch through our back chain. All right, so lift your heels high. As you exhale, dig them back down, tilt your pelvis up to the ceiling as much as you can, press your palms into the floor. Feel that huge stretch through the back of your legs. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly walk our feet towards our hands. Nice and slow. Maybe you can soften your knees if you need to. All right, when you're ready, let's spinal roll all the way back up. So 1 vertebrae at a time, we lift ourselves all the way back up to standing. Roll our shoulders back. And what I want you to do is take your toes, pop them as close as you can together and take your heels slightly apart. All right, when you're ready, tuck your chin and let's roll all the way back down. Nice and slowly, 1 little vertebrae at a time. Walking your fingers down your legs. Once you find the floor, or whatever you can, soften your knees, try and cup your elbows and then just relax your belly over your legs. Take a breath and try and extend your knees and then spread the floor, pushing into the sides of your feet
and you should feel all these different stretches through your hips. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Soften the knees, let go of the elbows, and let's roll up to standing nice and slowly. One little verti at a time. Stack yourself back nice and vertical and tall, and then take your feet, pop them into first position. It's the opposite of what we just did. Heels together, toes slightly apart, and as you exhale, tuck your chin. Let's roll on down, one little vertebrae at a time, spiraling into our spinal roll. When you get down to your lowest point, soften your knees for just a second, cup your elbows and try to relax. Take a breath in and extend, and then push and extend by rotating and screwing your feet into the floor. As you exhale, soften and relax, uncup those elbows, and then lift yourself up nice and slowly, one little vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders back, and then there we have it. All right, there is mobility for your hips. I hope you really enjoyed that class, team. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel, but also you can subscribe to my website for more of this beautiful, beautiful mobility work that'll help you feel freedom in motion. I was born to move. A movement of flow that allows me to escape. From 12 years of age, competing internationally for New Zealand in rhythmic gymnastics. At 20, I lost my mother to cancer, but movement carried me through to compete at the Commonwealth Games a few weeks later. It was my escape. My calling is to explore different modalities of fitness through yoga and functional strength training. I bring this to you to help you explore your body's boundaries and open the door to what it can give your personal well-being. Because at the end of the day, we were all born to move.